Welcome to another edition of the Current Era Podcast. I am your host, Julian, and today I do have the Anthony Davis trade breakdown news that Woj bombed on us this past Saturday. Lakers fans, rejoice. We have AD, guys. We have him. We gave up a hell of a lot, but in my opinion, when you can get a generational talent like Anthony Davis, you do what you got to do. We got to keep Kyle Kuzma, so that's good, but we'll go in depth about that in the pod, man. Me and my brother Javar talked in depth about the Anthony Davis trade and what it means for the Lakers, what it means for the Pelicans. We also talked a little bit about the Raptors and how they won their championship. Talked about the injuries that KD and Clay suffered in the finals and how their injuries just kind of changed everything for the league, and which was probably the precursor to getting this deal done now. So let's go ahead and get to the episode, guys. This is the Lakers Anthony Davis coverage on the Current Era Podcast. Please remember to rate, like, and subscribe to every episode. The downloads really count for me. Also, if you're listening on iTunes, go ahead and leave me a 5-star review. That'll also really help the pod. Thank you so much, guys. Let's get to the episode. All right, welcome to another edition of the Current Era Pod. Here with my brother Javar. Brother, I can't lie, man. I wasn't planning on doing another NBA pod for the Raptors. I'm just going to be completely honest. But, you know, as we were at the cookout yesterday, was at the function, we got that tweet notification that something big went down. But since we're going to talk about that, I don't want to disrespect the Raptors. So first, brother, how you doing, man? And let's go ahead and get into this, man. Let's talk about the Raptors winning the championship.
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. It's been a crazy week, right?
Has.
Not just the Raptors winning the championship, but I mean, there's some devastating, monumental injuries and just events that went down. So let's get into it.
Yeah, man. So last time we spoke was right before Game 5. Was when KD was going to play, and before the game, I was looking at him. I was like, bro, he looks hurt. Like, I was texting you. I was like, Javar, like, he does not look good. Like, he's moving slow. He's moving gingerly. He's barely putting any weight on it. But he tried to play through it. And it sucks, man, because, for the first 10 minutes of the game, he looked freaking amazing. Like, he was hitting everything. He was out there looking really good. But unfortunately, his body just couldn't sustain it, man. He ended up tearing his Achilles, and that's a devastating injury for the Warriors. This is a devastating injury for the league. Give me your thoughts on that, man. Like, where do the Warriors go from here? Because obviously, in Game 6, they lost Clay. He tore his ACL. Like, it's just bad luck for the Warriors.
Yeah, man. To me, that's like the lasting story out of the finals. It's hard to like even really celebrate the Raptors. I mean, give them props. They had a crazy season and a crazy playoffs. I mean, they fought through it and they were the last one standing. And that they had an amazing season, but it's kind of insane that the story outside of that, or really the main story after the finals, was just like, wow, like the Warriors are decimated.
Yeah.
And just going back to Game 5, I mean, I didn't really watch all the pregame stuff, so you were giving me all the updates. I was like, okay, well, we'll see. To me, it seemed like that was a dribbling, right? Because he was, like you said, he was great right off the start.
Yeah.
But just hitting spot ups, really. And
Exactly.
I hope that's what he would do. It's just kind of just be a spot up shooter and a decoy. But I guess that adrenaline kicked in and he's feeling good. He's trying to make a drive, and you could just see. I didn't see initially I didn't see
that replay that went around.
The replay that went around. Once I saw that, I was like, oh, it's a wrap. It is over, because you could just see his whole leg just buckled and just rippled.
Yep.
And if it wasn't Achilles, it was something. Something wasn't right.
Yeah. It was nasty, but no, I mean, as soon as he fell to the floor, the first thing he did was grab his Achilles. Right then, I was like, shoo, he tore it.
He was like feeling up his leg up and down, and trying to work his foot. Yeah, I was like, man, I hope that's not what it looks like. But a month ago when he got hurt the first time, it looked like an Achilles. So I was like, well, maybe, just hold my breath. This just a calf.
Yeah. Well, even on that injury a month ago, he didn't grab his Achilles when he got hurt. He did grab his calf, or at least like his upper leg. So, to me, that I was a little different. But this time, like, he went straight for the Achilles. So that's when I was just like, damn, like he messed around and tore his Achilles. And you know what's even crazier? In our last pod, we were talking about like, bro, like, what if he goes out there and tears his damn Achilles? And he goes out there and he tears his damn Achilles. Like, it sucks, man. It sucks. Like, now he's gonna be out for the rest of this next season.
And I'm glad you brought up our last pod because frankly, I owe an apology. 'Cause I don't remember. I don't think I was explicitly, implicitly like calling him out, but I was like, I wonder how his teammates feel.
Yeah,
Um, and and I'm basically saying like, man, they probably looking at him like like a bitch right now, just because everybody's playing through injuries, and you kind of just wishy-washy about it.
yeah,
And I was like, well, I'll give the caveat that maybe he's just more hurt than
exactly.
like what it is, and maybe he
If he's
just really
hurt, he's
shouldn't play.
hurt.
Yeah, exactly. But man, he's got heart, man. He just felt like he had to go out there, and maybe it was all the pressure from people like me and all the media folks and teammates or whatever, putting out there. Maybe he just felt like, I owe it to my teammates. I just felt like I got to try. It's championship on the
Exactly.
line, back against the wall. I like to think that that's how he felt, and I feel bad, man. It sucks. It really does, because like I said, he's one of the greatest players of all time, one of the best in the league right now. Probably, arguably the best in the league.
Yeah,
And not just the Warriors take a loss there; the whole NBA takes a loss. So it's sad.
yeah,
But
and yeah,
even I'm saying, even continuing on, like Game 5 was crazy, right? Like
it was.
Steph and Clay. I mean, so the Raptors were up 6 with 3 minutes to go before Nick Nurse took that terrible timeout, right
Hmm.
when Kawhi was rolling, and Steph and Clay still came through and hit some incredible shots at the end to force Game 6. And I was like, wow. I mean, if they got those two, and going back home to last game in Oracle, Game 6. I mean, they might be able to win this thing and take it to 7. And it's Game 7. You never know what's going to happen.
Yep.
And I don't know if you want to continue talking about Game 5, but moving to Game 6, they were up. I mean, Clay was incredible, and they
He
were
was
up, and
incredible. 30
I
points
think they
in
were
three
up.
quarters. Mm,
Yeah, they were up 5 or 6 before he got hurt, right?
yeah.
With a lot of momentum, it's like they might pull this thing out, and
I think
then
I think they would have, but Clay going down. First of all, Clay is ridiculous. This dude literally tears his ACL, gets up, like he's just walking like, yeah, I'm fine. It's all good. He goes to shoot 2 free throws, runs back on defense like he's gonna play. Like, Clay, get your ass out of the game, sir. Like, you're clearly hurt. Like, you are clearly hurt. Then he goes in the back and he starts jumping around and running around. He's like, no, I'm playing. I'm playing. Like, give me 2 minutes. I'm playing. Bro, Clay, it's over, bro. It's over. Like, Clay is a warrior. Like, I'll always love and respect Clay. Talk about the Mamba mentality it takes to do something like that. But you're done, man. Like, and it sucks for him too, because he's going into free agency too. But I mean, him Clay and the Warriors is a little bit different than KD and the Warriors to me. Like, I feel like it's almost 100% that Clay's going to re-sign there. But still, man, it just sucks to see these guys go down. Like, they're talented players, man. It sucks.
yeah, man. But even with all that said, I really respect how the Warriors went out and just fought hard to the end. Even without Clay, they fought with heart. Steph was getting triple teamed like the whole damn
Man,
game. I
it
was
was
hoping he would
crazy.
just jack some shots up, but I get it.
Yeah,
And it was still a one possession game at the end. Raptors won by one, right?
right.
With
Yep.
Steph with a chance to win it. Even if I think they're probably glad that he didn't make that shot, because I mean, my goodness, going to a Game 7 in Toronto with
With
just
no
Steph
Clay,
and Draymond, yeah, nobody. It's like, is it
it
worth
would have
it?
been ugly.
Right. And I
Man,
almost feel like in a sense, even though they fought hard, I think Steph was probably affected the worst. Like
of
with
course.
his brothers going down,
Yeah,
it felt like he was just devastated almost. Like he
yeah,
just
yeah. As soon as Clay went down, like, Steph, I think Steph threw the ball and then he just sat down at the other end of the court. Like, damn, like, what else is gonna happen? Like, who else is gonna go down? And yeah, I really feel like at that point he was kind of out of the game. He just didn't have that fire in him. So I guess my question to you would be, Steph is now 3-2 in the finals. He couldn't get it done, regardless of if he had his teammates. At least that's what all the LeBron fans are going to say, because what happened in 2015. So, man, like, how do you feel about Steph now? Like, does this impact his legacy? Like, is he less to you?
again, like, no, I mean, you're not gonna win them all. I mean, Jordan went 6-0 in the finals, and everybody waxes poetic about that, but nobody else does that. Like, like you're not gonna win them all, and stuff happens. Like even if they pulled out Game 6, who would have gave them a fighter's chance to win Game 7? Like,
Exactly.
you got to look at the nuance and the circumstances. He wasn't just same way with LeBron. I mean, yeah, his record is what 3-6 in the finals, but
Yeah.
he was the heavy underdog in most of those times. I mean, who gave him a shot against the Warriors last year with nobody? The year before, the year he got it to the finals with in '07 against the Spurs when he didn't have nobody.
Right.
He had some failures as himself, and we all, Kobe had failures, Steph had failures. None of these players are perfect, and I don't think it impacts his legacy. Next year, they're probably not going to be contenders, but who knows in 2021 when Clay's back 100%. I don't know if they got KD. They're still going to be a contender then, assuming
Yep.
they don't fall off a cliff age-wise.
Yep.
So, I think they're going to be transitioned to like the Spurs type of thing where they're going to be competing. They might not win every year, but maybe a year here, a year there, they might mess around and win a championship if they get some breaks.
Hmm. And before we move off this topic,
Sorry, what did you think about that? Like that question, like
yeah,
Steph's
no,
legacy and
yeah,
does it
I have
affect him? Blah blah blah.
right, yeah, I have similar thoughts. I'm a huge Steph Curry fan. Like I love the way Steph has changed and revolutionized the game in my eyes. Just like most other people, he is the greatest shooter in the world of all time. I it's hard for me to not look at this championship for the Raptors without an asterisk. Like I mean, obviously they went into the entire series without Kevin Durant. And then they lost Clay in Game 6. Like there was nothing these guys could do. I mean, and look, winning a championship is hard. Winning back to back is damn near impossible. And doing a three-peat, like come on, like there's only like 2 or 3 teams that have ever done that ever. And it's just hard, man. Like these guys were just breaking down, and that's what happens when you go to the finals 5 straight times. Like these guys just couldn't sustain it. So no, I mean to me, Steph's opinion. I mean, my opinion of Steph hasn't changed as far as his greatness. I still think he's one of the greatest to ever do it. In my opinion, he's the best point guard to ever play over Magic. But I mean, it's all opinions, man. I mean,
No,
my
it
opinion
is a
of Steph doesn't
stain.
change.
To me, it is a stain a little bit, and it's like, now we have 2 instances that's proven if you just throw everything at Steph, just double and triple team him, you can take him out of a game or possibly out of a series to an extent. So it's like
He's still averaged damn near 30 points a game in this series,
I
man. How can you
know,
say that?
yeah, but not on good efficiency though.
Yeah.
He shot like 40% and like 35 from three, or maybe even less.
Mm.
So
Okay.
I mean, he got to the line a lot, and he's a great free throw shooter, so he was still efficient in a sense, but it's just not the sparkling. He doesn't raise his game. He hasn't. Well, I won't say he doesn't raise his game because he gets there's a formula like this is proven. You could double and triple team him, and if you can mar his efficiency, you have a chance to win because you basically just throw it to basically depending on his role players, his others to try
Right.
and win. And back in the strength and numbers days when they really had a deep team, that was more possible that they could pull it out. But now, with the Warriors how they are now, with them being so top heavy and moving forward, with them not having a lot of flexibility to have a lot of role players and stuff, it's interesting. It's a challenge. And moving forward, the Warriors, yeah, I mean, it's definitely a down year for them, most likely, transitional year. I
Yeah,
just wanted
man.
to touch on the Raptors. We should give them credit, man. They had an incredible playoff run. The
Yeah.
finals was kind of blah, I guess you could say. But even then, that's what happens sometimes. Even the Warriors' first championship, Kyrie got hurt and Kevin Love got hurt. I don't say you should put an asterisk on that championship.
Right. I do, but
Um,
whatever. Injuries
I
happen.
mean,
It's a part of the game. I understand.
it's not just about the final series. It's about the whole season and the playoffs, the whole journey.
Sure, sure, sure. Yeah, I agree.
And at the end of the day, the Raptors, I mean, it's a crazy story how they got to this point, the move they made, and it might just be a blip in the radar, an anomaly because Kawhi might bounce.
Yeah.
It's really the weirdest champion and that I can remember, really.
And I think the stat was, they were down 1-0 to Orlando. They were down 2-1 to Philly. They were down 2-0 to Milwaukee. And they came back and won each one of those series. Like I said, look, they deserve all the credit in the world. Regardless of who is out on the floor, they still won the championship. I mean, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, they're still going to be the 2019 NBA champ. So kudos to them. It's just, it's I would have liked to have seen both teams at 100%, but obviously it just wasn't
no
meant to be.
question.
So, it is what it is.
Yeah, well,
You know,
so shout out to Marc Gasol, Fran VanVleet,
yeah.
Kyle Lowry,
Former Laker,
Serge
Marc Gasol.
Ibaka.
Yep.
There's a lot of good stories that I'm
Jeremy
happy for those
Lin.
guys. Jeremy Lin, yeah.
Yeah.
Jody Meeks,
Yeah. Former
former
Lakers,
Lakers,
baby. Yeah. I'm happy.
and
I'm happy
Kawhi
for those
Leonard.
guys.
Man,
Definitely.
Kawhi Leonard, man, he's just really cemented his place as. I mean, this guy, he didn't have a super team. He didn't have another co-star, really.
No, he didn't.
It was a one-man band who willed his team to a championship. I mean, it's insane.
Yeah.
Give him all. I mean, is he the best player in the league? You kind of have to give him. You got to start there, right? Especially with KD
I
out.
mean, I'm about to say, if KD's hurt and LeBron's not playing, I guess, but I mean, give me LeBron James over Kawhi Leonard, and in the start of this next season. But I'm a Lakers fan, so.
Gotcha.
Speaking of them Lakers, man.
So I was going to say, transition after all these injuries. It's clear that the West is just so wide open. The Lakers, we had to make a move, right? I mean,
yeah, it was inevitable. It was already going to happen. It was just how soon it was going to happen. But as soon as Clay went down, I feel like Rod picked up the phone. He was like, "Hey, look, it's time," because I kind of feel bad for the Raptors again because they won a championship on Thursday, and here it is. We got the news Saturday afternoon. Like
they didn't have their parade yet.
Yeah,
it's still in Vegas, I think. Still partying.
So sucks for them, but we got AD, bro. We got it. And this is I just want to say this real quick. This is full circle for me and you because I don't know if you remember this, but the first ever podcast me and you did, which is the first ever podcast of this show, we were talking about how there was trade rumors for AD. This was back in January, bro. And now here he is. Like, we got him. It's crazy. I mean, we gave up. We gave up a lot, and it hurts. But we got Anthony Davis, 26-year-old superstar, who, in my opinion, is a top 5 player in this league. So just to talk about the trade. Obviously, Lakers got Anthony Davis. We sent Lonzo, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, and 5 future picks to the New Orleans Pelicans. I know it looks like a lot on paper, but I will, all right, go ahead, give me your take, and then I'll say what I have to say.
So I'm not gonna lie. Initially, it was really mixed feelings. I knew it was coming. I braced for it. I knew it was gonna be. I knew it was gonna hurt. I knew we were gonna give up a lot, and it was a lot. And I was like, that was my first reaction. Like, man, that's a lot. Like, and I was kind of despondent about it. I was excited, but I was kind of like, I don't know. It was just really mixed feelings. It wasn't until really this morning where I woke up and I started really thinking about it. Started thinking about the machinations of LeBron and AD together, and looking at AD's stats and some highlights, and just like, man, like,
this dude's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, he's incredible, and he's 26 years old, and
yep,
an annual MVP candidate,
yep,
defensive
annual
player of the year
defensive
candidate.
Yep.
Are already decorated. I mean, on a fast track for the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
Already, I mean, he's got it all except for an MVP and championships,
which is coming.
And he wants to be with the Lakers. So even if will Lonzo and Brandon Ingram, all those guys, ever be as good as AD? I mean, probably not.
No, they're going to be good, but they're not going to be as good as Anthony Davis.
So we have a generational talent in his prime that wants to be with us. I should be excited. I mean,
you should be.
Still have max cap space, and we have LeBron James. I mean,
yes.
Wow.
Who is
crazy.
who? And look, don't just talk about LeBron like, oh, it's just LeBron. LeBron's one of the greatest players of all time. Like, this is great for us. This is, look, it hurts, bro. Like, it hurts growing up with these young guys and caring about them and watching them develop and waiting 2 to 3 years for them to get good. But I'm sorry,
for him, arguing for him.
Yeah, but look, man, it's over. Okay, like I love y'all. Like Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball. I hope y'all kill it in New Orleans. Hope all of y'all become all-stars. But guess what? Anthony Davis is always going to be better than y'all. And I would have done this deal without, like, no flinch. Like, give me Anthony Davis. Listen, bro, all those picks we gave up, those are for the next 5 years. Anthony Davis is only going to be 31 in 5 years. He's going to be on the tail end of his prime. Even if LeBron leaves after his contract is up, we're still going to have Anthony Davis. And hopefully Kyle Kuzma's going to get better because we kept Kuz, which you haven't even talked about yet. But
Yeah,
this is a
that's
win
big.
for us, man. This is a win for us. I love it.
It is, man. And actually, it's a win-win. It's one of those trades where it's
Yeah.
like everybody wins. I mean, the
Yeah.
Lakers win. Anthony Davis, Bruce Paul, LeBron, they got what they wanted. The
Yep.
Pelicans got a whole bunch of assets, nice young core. I mean, my goodness, they might
Shout
be
out
the
David Griffin.
next. Yeah, they might be the next super team in like a couple years, low key. Like, uh, and the NBA got what it wanted because now with the Warriors down and out, there's a new
Yeah.
hub of the league now.
Yeah, man. The NBA is wide open. And I wanted to talk about what did I want to talk about? Oh, sorry, the Pelicans. So yeah, I mean, obviously, the Pelicans, now they have Lonzo, they have Drew Holiday, they have Zion when they draft him, and they also have our number 4 pick. The reports are that they're gonna shop that pick and try to get something else. I don't know what they're gonna get, but we'll see. But obviously, the Pelicans look great now. Like I'm happy for them. Hopefully, their fans will continue to go to their games and support the organization. But what do you think about the Pelicans now, man?
I mean, to me, they're like a league pass must-see team.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
like, like you said, Lonzo, Drew Holiday. I mean, they might have the best defensive backcourt in the league.
Yeah, if
And
they
then
can
you
stay
throw it,
healthy.
true, yeah. Brandon Ingram. They got Josh Hart coming off the bench most likely. Um, and I don't know what they're gonna do about Randall. He's probably gone. And then Zion, and then find a center.
Right.
Um, and then the number 4 pick. I mean, I don't even know where that player would fit on their team. They might end up having to trade it.
Yeah,
We'll see. We'll see what
they
happens. But
could they could use it to draft a big man like Bowl or something. But yeah, they'll probably trade it, trade it for
yeah,
something.
yeah, and it's going to be interesting actually because we're going to be the ones that's going to say the Lakers select such and such number 4 pick. And he's
Right.
going to be wearing the Lakers hat, and they probably won't consummate the trade until the end of the month, the next month, 30th, July 30th. That's what they're saying. So the Lakers get preserve the most cap space. Then
Hmm.
the Lakers and the Pelicans actually will be able to preserve the most cap space by doing that.
Yeah.
So this poor kid, he's probably not going to play in summer league. He might not even be on the Pelicans. There's no telling. So, but whatever. Yeah. Um, the Pelicans they came out really well. It's interesting because I don't think there's any other team that was going to come close to this package, man. I felt like we kind of like dealt against ourselves, bid against ourselves in a sense. But
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess so. But one thing, one thing I wanted to touch on was about the amount of picks that we gave up. People were trying to liken it. I think Brian Windhorst is trying to liken it to the Celtics and the Nets trade that got Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett to Brooklyn. First of all, those guys were both 34, 35. Like they were both old as hell, out of their prime, had no business in the league. Anthony Davis is 26. He hasn't entered his prime, and he's already a top, like I said, in my opinion, top 5, top 10, whatever you want to say, talent. That's totally different. That's totally different in my opinion. But yeah, I'll leave it at that.
yeah, but there's still the chance that LeBron is retired or flat being sick, and AD, it's just AD and whatever, and he's injury prone. Maybe he gets hurt, and in a year we basically tank, and we either don't have our pick or we have to do a pick swap. I don't know. That's just
I
something
mean,
we'll have to cross that bridge when we get to it in
yeah,
5 years. But
sure, yeah. But I mean, look, what happened this year with us? We got hurt. LeBron got hurt. Lonzo got hurt. Ingram got hurt. So I mean, injuries can happen anytime. So we need to put the best available assets that we have together, put them on the floor, and we got to roll the dice. I mean, that's just what happens in the league. Injuries are a part of it, but you know, again, like it would have been an easy call. Like, give me Anthony Davis, please. But whatever. So let's talk about the young core, man. We lost Lonzo, we lost Hart, we lost Ingram. Let's talk about those guys and their future. Do you think any one of them will be all-star talent, or how do you miss them being on the Lakers already?
I mean, I do, man. I think Ingram for sure and Lonzo for sure have all-star caliber talent, and I think this is good for them. Now they get out of the
Hmm.
limelight, out of LA, out of all this boiling, uh, all this pressure, dealing with LeBron trying to trade him all the time, and I don't think it was just ever going to be the same after the AD trade deadline fiasco.
Definitely.
Especially with like maybe like Bi and Hart, they seem to be the most affected. I don't know. So it almost felt like it had to happen anyway, or something had to happen because our chemistry with LeBron was just gonna be all jacked. Um, but yeah, I think Bi, man, I think he might end up being like him and Zion are gonna be really good for each other.
Yeah.
And then if Zoe, it really he's got so much to work on, man. I hope he's been in the summer all in the gym just working on his shot and finishing his layups and whatnot. But even with that said, even if he's just pretty much the same player he was last year, he's still an
Good.
impact player. Yeah.
Hmm.
But I think he's got so much room to grow, and I don't know, man. This trade might really hurt in 2 3 years. We're playing these guys,
They dropping 30 on
Lonzo and
us.
Ingram and Zion. Yeah, they're gonna be a problem, man. So,
Yeah. No, hey, I
but
agree, man. What
have
do
to do
you
what we
what
have
do
to
you
do.
think about all the people that they used to call all our assets busts and are now saying, "Oh, the Pelicans, the Pelicans won that."
Yeah, it's predictable. It's the same people, same stuff that happened with D'Angelo and Randall.
Yep.
Everybody was saying it was garbage when they was with the Lakers, and as soon as they get traded or leave, it's like, oh, why the Lakers let these guys go? Oh,
Right.
look at D'Angelo, he's an All-Star now, blah blah blah. Lakers shouldn't have traded him. Oh, Randall, they just let him go for nothing, even though we said he was a bum and he couldn't shoot and couldn't do anything a year or two ago. But now everybody's on his nuts. It's the
Yep.
same thing. When Lonzo is incredible and actually able to shoot and do some stuff next year, everybody's gonna be like, "Dang, the Lakers, that was just, this trade's gonna haunt them." Or when Ingram is an All-Star next year or in 2 years, same
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
But
It's funny.
that's how it goes. That's how it goes. Everybody
Yeah, man.
wants to hate on the Lakers, but once their players are not Lakers anymore, everybody's appreciating them. So
Yeah.
it's
So I mean,
beautiful.
at this point, the NBA draft is this Thursday. Do you care about the draft now? I mean, it's almost irrelevant to me.
I mean, I'm a fan of the league, so I'll watch it at least
Oh,
the
sure.
first, the lottery, and I'm interested to see what the Hawks do still. But yeah, I mean, as
Caw,
far for the
caw.
yeah, for the Lakers, obviously, it's not really much intrigue. I guess just to see who the Pelicans want and see how this kid's reaction is. It sounds like it's going to be Darius Garland. Seems to be the fourth prospect,
But
fourth
he's
best
he's a
prospect.
he's a point guard. They just got Lonzo. So do they want another lottery point guard? I mean, what are they going to do with him? Andrew
Well, I
Holiday.
don't know. Well, there's also those rumors that the Bulls want Lonzo, right? So the
Do another
Pelicans might
trade.
trade him for like the Bulls pick or and Zach LaVine, some package like that. I don't know.
Hmm.
The Pelicans,
Okay.
that's the thing. The Pelicans have all these assets now. They could do a lot, man. They could do a lot. So they
Hmm.
could flip this pick. They could flip Lonzo. I mean, I think they want to keep Bi. David Griffin just gushing about him last year when he was on the radio and on NBA
Yeah.
TV and
On
stuff.
NBA TV.
Yeah, he loves Brandon Ingram.
Yep. Okay.
So I don't know.
Them Duke boys, Ingram and
Oh yeah, that
Zion.
too. Yeah,
Hmm.
they might mess around and try to, if they get that number 7 pick, maybe get Cam Reddish or something.
Wow.
I don't know how he would fit with Ingram and Zion and Drew, but
Yeah.
we'll see. They got so many options. Honestly, Pelicans fans should be happy. I know like during the deadline time they were acting like they didn't want the Lakers package, like a lot of Pelicans fans, but they should be happy. You guys got a good haul.
Definitely. So, man, with the trade we made, we still have room to sign a max free agent, or we can fill up our roster with snipers like LeBron likes, like Kyle Korvers and JJ Redick's of the world. So, if you had, if you had to pick, what would you prefer?
Um, so it depends. If we could get Kawhi, I mean, out of
Yes.
yeah, give me. Which man, I wonder if we have a chance, like a real fighter's chance now. And that's the thing. That's the thing we haven't really talked about. is that we have LeBron, we have Anthony Davis now. That should be like Kyrie should change his. He should totally change his plan. He should be like, screw Brooklyn. Like, no, like we could have a super team right here.
Yeah.
So I would love Kawhi. I would love Kyrie, and then Kemba Walker in that order, and maybe
Mm,
even Jimmy Butler as like a fourth option.
okay.
What
Okay.
about you?
Yeah, man. To me, it's, I keep saying Kevin Durant, but obviously, like you said, he's with him tearing his Achilles, he's going to be out for the next entire year, and Clay the same thing. So LeBron's not going to waste another year of his career getting those guys because we all know LeBron's running things. So yeah, it'll. Kyrie seems to make the most sense just because him and LeBron are proving together. They've won championship together, so I would, and we need a point guard bad, but yeah, Kyrie would be my first choice, and then Kemba just because, like I said, we need a point guard really bad. Kawhi, I mean, sure, like I mean that's a no brainer. Like if Kawhi wants to, yes, take the money, yes, absolutely. But to me, they just won a championship. I don't
I don't
know.
see it.
Yeah, like I mean, and I'm pretty sure we spoke about this on the last pod, but now with KD and Clay going down, like the West is nothing basically. So why would he leave? Really? Like y'all just won a championship. Like run it back, go for the repeat. But if he don't want to be there, he don't want to be there. So we'll see, man. The NBA offseason is about to be real interesting. They moved it up from July 1 to June 30th at 6 p.m. So I can't wait to watch all the shows and hear all the news. It's gonna be fun, man.
But my question, okay, what if either we can't get another free agent, max star free agent, or we
Yeah,
just decide not to and get the shooters and snipers, role players?
we good.
What kind of guys out there would you like? Have you looked at the free agent list?
No, I haven't. But as long as we can have some 3-and-D guys, like I miss Shane Battier. Like Shane Battier would go great with this team. Like guys like him, and I know you say Jimmy Butler, but to me Jimmy Butler would, I don't know. He doesn't
Diminishing
really fit that
returns.
category. Yeah, I don't know if that would really help.
Yeah,
Um,
because when I think of AD and LeBron, I mean these are two guys that are going to be averaging close to 30.
exactly.
So we might not need another scorer.
Yeah. I think we need another playmaker, which is what LeBron always talks about. Like we need a playmaker.
Here's the name.
Which
Let me
is
throw out a name. Patrick Beverly?
hell no. What?
No.
Patrick Beverly coming off the bench. Coming off the bench. Okay,
I
coming
mean,
off the bench.
he's a 3-and-D point guard pretty much.
I don't like
If
Patrick Beverly.
I'm talking about like budget. If we just
Oh, okay.
do the
Okay.
role player thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Then sure. Yeah. Patrick Beverly can come off the bench for us. Yeah. But he's not starting. Patrick Beverly is not going to be my starting point guard. Um,
I'm in
but
starting, but okay.
yeah. No,
I'd
no, no.
rather him starting than Rondo. I mean, I just don't want Rondo at
Oh,
all. So
yeah. No. Look, Rondo, you're in the bushes, buddy. Go to Minnesota or I don't know, somewhere. Who wants you? Not us. Um, I don't know, man. I mean, if we can't get a max, then we just need to fill out our roster with specialists, like guys that do things and they do them well. Um, like I said, I haven't looked at the free agent list, so I don't really know who's out there. But I'm banking on that we're going to get Kyrie or Kimba or Kawhi, somebody. Hopefully with all this money and these two guys, and Magic keep tampering on Twitter, keep doing that, Magic. We should be good. What about
yeah,
what about any of the guys from last year though? Like, do you want to re-sign any of them, like Lance or JaVale McGee?
I wouldn't mind Lance or JaVale at the minimums. JaVale's pretty skilled. You just don't want him. You don't want to rely on him too much, right?
Yeah, can't have
Um,
him playing more than 25 minutes a night, really.
right. So assuming we're starting LeBron, AD, and Kuz as our front court, it's a little small. I don't know.
Yeah,
Um, so I wouldn't mind having an AD, I mean a JaVale or a Brook Lopez. How about that? That's another name. Um,
come
maybe
back.
coming off the bench, or hell, I would start Brook and just have Kuz come off the bench.
Yeah,
Um, so I wouldn't mind JaVale. And as for Lance, I wouldn't mind him off the bench either. I
yeah,
think he
he's
was
a good
good for us
playmaker.
last year. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So and
What about KCP?
Best say, depending on how things shake out, I wouldn't mind KCP at a much lower salary. If we pay him more than 10 million in a year next year, I mean that's just a waste, man. So I wouldn't mind him, at like maybe 5 million or something. But seeing
Right.
as how he's a clutch client, I doubt that we're gonna get him that cheap.
Probably not. No.
But let me see.
Mm-mm-mm. What
I don't
about
want
Beasley?
Rondo
No, I'm
back.
just playing.
Nah, I don't want Beasley. I don't want. I can take Rondo back at the minimum if he's coming off the bench, but I
He's
really
not
don't
gonna
want him
like
back.
that.
I would. Let me see. We got Mo Wagner and Isaac Bonga and Caruso. I
Yeah, we're
wouldn't
in
mind
trouble.
all those guys. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, that's about it. I mean,
Yeah, man. It's hard to
it's
see.
and yeah, I mean, it's really. So, do you trust Rob Pelinka with this to fill out the roster? I'm kind of worried. Since I mean, maybe you could blame all the stuff from last summer on Magic Johnson. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I'm kind of worried that they can build a team around these guys.
Yeah, I mean, Magic. Well, according to Magic, he pretty much owned it. That it was his decision to bring in those guys. So hopefully Rob's smarter than that, and he will bring in guys that have a real purpose. And like I said, like specialists. Like that's what LeBron excels at. He excels when he has guys that can do certain things. So I just at this point, give me give me the Suicide Squad. Like give me the snipers. Like for real. I mean, I don't care. But
I'm just going down the free agent list. Let me just throw out some names. Trevor Ariza.
ooh, if he'll take less money, yeah. I mean, we're not going to pay him 14 million like Phoenix did.
So you didn't like Patrick Beverly. Bojan Bogdanovic from the Pacers. Oh my
Oh
goodness,
wow,
he would
is
be
he
amazing.
available? Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Hell yeah. Yes, that dude's a lights out shooter.
Malcolm Brogdon. He might cost a
he
little
not
too much,
he
but
not leaving. He not leaving
he,
Milwaukee.
he's a 50, 40, 90 shooter or damn near. I
Yeah,
would
but I
love
mean,
him.
Milwaukee's a powerhouse in the East. Why would he leave?
Right. Oh, Reggie Bullock. He's a free. Yeah, I forgot about him. I'd like him back. He
Ew.
didn't really do much with us, but
About to say, yeah.
he's got a stats a couple years of being a 3-and-D shooter. So maybe he just didn't have a good year. Derrick Rose.
Yes, get Derrick Rose on my team. I mean, off the bench. But yeah, I would take Derrick Rose.
I'd take him
I,
too.
I need a starting point guard that can play, man. That can shoot. That can run our offense. That's fast. I need Lonzo. No, I'm just playing.
Oh, what about Tyson Chandler coming back? Nah.
Yeah, nah. He was good for us for like a week, and then he just fell off a cliff. So
That is totally true. Yeah,
yeah,
we were like so happy to have him, and he just I don't know something. He just got old like
yeah.
immediately.
End the season. Like it's crazy.
Willie Cauley Stein, Wilson Chandler. There's some guys out
Oh
here,
wow.
man.
Hey, Willie Cauley Stein could play on my team any day. That dude's a dog, and he hustles.
Jamal
Yeah.
Crawford, Vince Carter,
What? Oh no, Vince Carter, nah. Vince,
Cousins. He might cost too much though.
yeah, he's not gonna take the minimum again or the mid
Seth
level.
Curry.
Oh hell yeah. Is he available? Wow. I
Yeah,
thought he signed a
yeah.
2-year deal last year. Hmm.
Well, he's on the list. I don't know.
Okay. It must be a player option or team option, second year. Wow. Okay.
And it's I'm just down to like the D's, but yeah, it's some guys out there, man.
Wow.
I'm not gonna
Okay.
go through all of it, but yeah, we might be able to do something.
Let's do it.
I think I'd rather go that route. I
Then
think I'm
getting
sold. Unless we
another
could get
max.
yeah,
Kawhi.
Kyrie, Kawhi, or Kemba.
Yeah. If it's not
If
one
we
of those
can't,
three guys, then just let's just fill it up with snipers.
yes, exactly.
I feel you.
That's where I'm at.
So, last question, man. Do you have any predictions for other free agents this year? I mean, obviously, we talked about KD and Clay. For me, if it feels kind of like KD, especially with this injury, he's going to stay and sign a long-term deal with the Warriors. Clay, the same. Kawhi, obviously now things have changed with Kawhi, so hopefully he comes to the Lakers. But what do you think, man?
So with KD, to me, I've said this whole time. I don't see anywhere else for him to go that makes sense,
Yeah,
especially now. I
right.
mean, you gonna go to the Knicks and play with them in 2021, coming off an Achilles tear. It really takes a whole year to get right from that too. You come back, it takes a year to recover, and it takes maybe half a year to a year to like be the player you were before. So you're
Right.
gonna burn 2 years with the Knicks.
Yeah.
I don't understand. And then maybe not even have another star with them because it don't sound like what other star is gonna sign up for that to basically wait for 2 years for you to be right.
Yeah, man.
So it
Is
just sounds it doesn't make any sense.
can't the Warriors offer him the most money?
Yes, and that too. The Warriors give him a 5 year deal. They're fully prepared to give him, the 5 years, 230 million, whatever it is.
Mm.
Like, just stay with the Warriors, man. Only thing I can see now is that he might be kind of salty that they let him play or kind of wanted him to play, come off the injury. But
I mean,
I don't
at the
know
end of the day, he's a grown man. He made the decision to play.
exactly. So I don't see any other place for him to go. But I maintain I see him resigning the whole time. And then
Hmm.
Clay, yeah, he's resigning. Um, and then Kawhi, man, it everything we've heard is that he wants to go back to Cali. He wants to go to the Clippers, but he just won a championship with the Raptors. But at the
Right.
same time, is he gonna do a 1-1 or 1 year deal after seeing what just happened to KD and Clay?
Oh,
Injury and he's injury prone too. Does he want to do that?
that wouldn't
Does he
be
want
a
to
yeah.
or does he want to sign long term with the Raptors? It doesn't sound like it.
No.
So there's no telling. It's literally no. I don't think anybody knows. And then really, when we saw even after they won the championship, he just didn't seem that connected with those guys. He kept saying them and those
Yep.
guys and I and me. He just never said we. Never said he just
Us.
didn't. Yeah, us. He never sounded like he was really bought in, which is insane that they still won a championship like that. But whatever. So I have no idea about Kawhi. That's why I think we might have a chance, man.
Yeah.
Apparently, his sister is like always, she runs his fan page and all that, and they only follow the Spurs, the Lakers, and it's like I think it's the only. I don't even follow the Raptors, and then like they're always like liking Lakers stuff. So it sounds like his camp wants is like dreams about him going to the Lakers.
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't want to. I don't know, but to be continued.
Yeah,
And
man.
then I think Jimmy Butler's a wild card. I
Definitely
think the
cousins too.
Sixers feel like, yeah, I feel like Sixers feel like they have to pay him. But he's got options now. He could go to the
Hmm.
Lakers, assuming the Lakers want him, or he could team up with Kyrie on the Nets or the Knicks, whatever Kyrie decides to do, or
Yeah.
he could stay with the Sixers. So he's kind of a big deal. I don't think Tobias Harris is all that in the big deal. Um,
Mm-mm.
and then Cousins, I don't think he's a big deal either because I think he's still got another year to really prove that he can be healthy and like play winning basketball in
Yeah.
sustained periods. I would be surprised if he stays with the Warriors, to be honest.
Right.
'Cause I don't think anybody's going to really throw him that big money that he thinks is out there. So,
Hmm.
um, and
Okay.
then Kimba, I don't think the Hornets really want to give him a supermax.
They don't.
And I wouldn't if I were them. There's no point. Yeah, why would you pay this guy $45 million if y'all can't even make the playoffs?
Yeah.
So, um, does he feel like that would be disrespectful if they don't give him the full max? Actually, I read that he would be
He
okay with not
said,
taking the full max. Yeah,
yeah,
but I mean, what's
that's
important, bro?
BS.
Like, yeah, like, are you really gonna sign up to be fighting for the 8 seed for the rest of your career in your prime in the East?
Right.
And yeah, I guess you could be the king of Charlotte, but in front of 10,000 people, because it ain't like they be selling out. Um, I don't know, like it's to,
Just go roast them
I just
like that. Damn.
yeah, I did just throw hella shade. I'm sorry, my Charlotte Hornets fans, but it is what it is. Y'all know y'all need to move on anyway. I think both sides need to they need to rebuild, start
Yeah,
over,
definitely.
and he needs to move on and go to a contender. Like it's almost like the league wants us to happen too. Like we need Kimba to just leave and just go to the Lakers, bro. Just
Come
going to make a
on.
super team.
Yo,
So
Kimba with LeBron and AD would be devastating. My
it would be,
goodness. Man.
it would be, it would be, it would be amazing. I mean, Kimba is pretty much he's a Kyrie light, really. He
Yeah.
do everything Kyrie can do with less of a headache.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, he's just not as much of a headache as Kyrie would be. But Kimba, man, Kimba is a beast. I really love Kimba's game, and it would be great if he could sign with us. But we'll see, man. We'll see. Lakers 2020 champs. That's all. I'm gonna end it there.
Vegas seems to think so.
Man, appreciate you
Before we even
coming on.
got AD,
I
actually.
know, right? Yeah, crazy. Yeah, 2020 champs, baby. 2021 champs. 2022 three-peat. All right, let me stop. Hey, man, appreciate you hopping on the pod, man. These are always fun, and hopefully next time we talk, we'll have another superstar to talk about.
Indeed, man. Indeed. This summer is just starting.
Yes,
It's
sir.
about to be a wild one,
Summer League up next.
for sure.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode of the Current Era Podcast. Please remember, if you're a new listener, please remember to hit that subscribe button so the episodes will download automatically for you, or you can just download the episodes individually, whichever is easier for you. Thank you so much for listening. I do release content every Monday and Friday. So today's Monday, so that means you'll have a new episode on Friday, not a re-release Monday. And yeah, thank you so much, guys, for listening. I really appreciate it. I'll see you Friday.